Welcome to Sydney. So welcome back to a new video here from Sydney in the day. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. The streets are relatively empty. It's a beautiful walk. We're gonna go get to the tram to Circular Quay where the Harbour Bridge is and the Opera House just to chill before we head over to the Blue Mountains for a day tour today. The traffic lights are a bit annoying. You can only go when it starts beeping. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know. It's a beautiful city, very modern, as I said in my previous videos in the night. See, look, now you can go. I feel like any city that has a tram is automatically livable. So this is probably going to be part one of a three-part video from Sydney, covering Sydney nightlife, Sydney day life, which is this video, and the New Year's Eve here in Sydney as well. So gonna want to stay tuned for everything. They're very, very different videos, and I'm sorry about my voice in all of them. So we are here on the tram line going to Circular Quay. 6 minutes is the next one. That's a bit long, to be honest. They don't come that often, but it is like the holiday season, so this is good to know. So I'm staying near Central, so it's still running up until 7 PM and my party starts at 6 PM, so that's good to know. The tram also is very much like London. You just kind of tap your card, tap your phone, and there, Bob's your uncle. So, more or less the plan for my time here in Sydney is very scattered over 4 days. I've got things to do, tours booked, I'm going to see the opera, I'm going to climb the bridge, which I'm probably going to show in the night video because I'm going to do that at sunrise. Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it. There's a lot to do here in Sydney, and so these videos hopefully are going to be packed with a lot of activities as well. Right now, I'm just walking and you can see there the Sydney Harbour Bridge. This is a really nice street, nice area with some nice cafes everywhere. If you've seen my videos before, you will know that usually when I see something for the first time, I'll record my face and like look really shocked and be like, wow. I actually came last night, so I have seen the bridge and the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House before, but nevertheless it's still extremely impressive. So one thing is they don't really jaywalk here. I probably mentioned it in one of my previous videos. There are police cars everywhere here, and I've been told that they do tend to fine people if you jaywalk. So just don't do it in front of police officers, basically. Hence why I'm walking back to then cross at the zebra crossing, because I would rather not get a ticket. I mean, it's really beautiful, isn't it? I'm just gonna say this now. There is, at the top, you can see two flags. One is a black red with a yellow sun. That is the flag of the Aboriginal people of Australia, and the other one is obviously the Australian flag. You can kind of see the Opera House there, this bloody cruise, the bridge, and just to kind of give you a vibe of the rest of it. It's just so built up, and it is expensive. I'll give you that to you. It is expensive. Sydney is the same price as London, honestly, I would say, and that's central London. I'm only staying in the central district, right? So obviously everything that I do is going to be more expensive. All the restaurants that I go to are going to be more expensive. I have yet to find restaurants that are cheaper than London though, in terms of price. In the rest of Australia, okay, yeah, sure, maybe you can, but over here it's very much the same price as London. It's expensive. So we've got a stunning view of the Opera House here. The bloody ship. The buildings very much looking like a Canary Wharf kind of area. This hotel is the Park Hyatt, and if you stay here, I mean, some of the views, bloody hell, they must be paying a fortune. Anyway, and then you got the bridge, and people are just running here, like going on runs and everything. It's a typical Australia, but just beautiful. You can see there's a few people on the bridge. At the top, people are climbing, which again, as I said, we're going to do that. And then there are also people, pyrotechnic workers, who are presumably putting up the fireworks. So it's obviously the bridge. So, it's my coffee. There's the house. This is a bar called the Opera Bar. Now, the Opera Bar is where I have booked my New Year's Eve party. So you can see why I'm extremely excited.
Got quite a few here in the front yard. Once one goes, then they all follow.
They're all looking at me. He said if one of them goes, they all go. No, don't go, don't go.
Valleys could have been formed by ancient river systems. So the 4 reasons why the Blue Mountains are part of the World Heritage Society. The first reason is the age, 470 million years old. The second reason is the size. They start at Glenbrook, go all the way down to Lithgow. That's 110 kilometers in length. They start 50 kilometers that way, go all the way down to the very end, which is 100 kilometers that way. So they're over 150 kilometers wide. So what you're looking at far in the distance is also the Blue Mountains, and that is down in the area known as the Southern Highlands, which is the wine area. So there's a lot of little country towns down there in the far reaches of the Blue Mountains. So it's a very vast area. It's not just Katoomba or Wentworth Falls, it's actually the whole lot. So there is no one destination for the Blue Mountains. So we just add a little bit of water. This is coconut water because I like the electrolytes. You need magnesium and potassium for muscle relaxation. This is going round and round in circles with 2 hard objects. This is going to create friction. The greater the friction, the more heat you create. The more heat you create, the more water will evaporate. And then you are left with a viscous material that you can use as a paint. So you just keep going round and round and round until you have a consistency and a color that you are happy with to create your artwork. There we have paint. That's how easy it is to make paint in the bush. Now, if you have a light color, if you get 2 creamy white rocks, then you can add the leaves for green, or you can add the flowers for other colors like yellow and purple. So that's how you make paints.
Did it with a pencil as well.
Amazon is a great place to buy your bush. And the Australian bush has over 100 different plants.
I'm hoping you see koalas as well.
Yeah,
obviously where there's...
They're very lazy, they sleep a lot.
Yeah, they do. You have to look up at the trees. The problem I have with that is...
And then just coming slowly, because there is no safety rail. Okay? So just be careful. There is no safety rail. If you don't feel comfortable, don't come up here. It's interesting that it is still there. It wasn't eroded away by the receding oceans. Then you have here on the left hand side, you have a cliff face. Now this cliff face is part of the tableland. There you go. So they got family over there, so we can all go borrow 20 bucks off them. All right. So you can see the sound waves are taken, bounced off that cliff top with the echo, and they could travel up to 5 kilometers. So in a 5 kilometer area, you're going to do that call, and hopefully you're going to be within that vicinity of your family, extended family. All right, guys, so let's all do it together as a group, exactly what I did. cooey. Okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That was the best group effort. There you go. Now we're like a bunch of chimpanzees in the zoo. So there was a referendum vote recently where the government put forth a no vote.
Yes, this was that.
This year, yeah. So this was a yes referendum to the Aborigines having their own voice separate to the rest of Australia. But what's interesting is even the Aborigines. Water. If you become dehydrated, they're the first 2 systems to get affected.
So we're at the waterfall. It's really beautiful. Incredibly steep. It's very, very beautiful. I can't remember the name. I'll insert the name afterwards, but it's named after some explorer, I presume. If you're thinking of coming to the Blue Mountains, come. Right, now we have to go back up. The struggle is real. The asthma is back. Oh, this happens too often in my vlogs. And the funny thing is I've lost my voice as well. So now I just am breathless and voiceless. I'm like Siri. Oh my god, look at this part. It's like some Pirates of the Caribbean. Someone's gonna jump out. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh my god. It's also 32 degrees today. And I'm covered up completely because I can't risk more sun exposure. It's better I wait here in the shade than get stuck up there on this one-way system effectively. He's come to rescue me. I can't do it anymore, guys. It's too steep. Send help. Send help. Please help me. They're all going after her. None of them are coming. I want them to jump on my arm. Oh. Oh, he's biting me. No, he's not biting. He's got strong claws. I'm gonna send you the dry cleaning if you make a hole in my arm.
Oh my goodness.
They're fighting.
They're like, we don't want to fly that high.
They're lazy.
Move your hand down, sir.
You're gonna eat it all, Mom. You gotta hurry up.
Don't poop on me.
I got more up here.
He's heavy.
I need to top you up, otherwise I'll bite your fingers right now.
Whoa. This guy. Here, we'll do it. Oh.
I know.
Alright, you can go now. It's me with tiramisu. Who made that noise?
Oh, there you go.
God rest her soul. Oh my gosh, it's extremely dizzying. It's like a complete drop. I see one sister, the second one's behind. I feel like we're on we're on 3. Yeah, we're on 3 or 1, whatever she wants to be called. People, if you're coming here, like, look, Sprite bottles, rubbish, like, honestly, have some decency. Sister 1, I feel you. I feel the pain, the sorrow.
I'm sorry you were turned into stone.
Yeah, we're very sorry.
Sorry for you.
Well, that's unfortunate. I was wondering why no one was on there. That's sister number 2. That's sister number 1. If you fall, you're dead.
Yeah. Don't go any further.
Callie, don't go any further.
Holy.
Right, really they should have some sort of railing here, but they used to be able to drive here, but basically apparently some people pushed off their cars. You can actually see the remnants of the cars there, so now they stopped people driving here. Honestly, they should have some railing. This is so dangerous. It's stunning though. It's freezing, but it's stunning. When I say freezing, I mean 20 degrees. Okay, so it started to rain just as we were going to see sunset, and there's no sunset because it's cloudy, unfortunately. So that's it from the Blue Mountains, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hello, welcome back to another day. So today I have an opera performance booked. By the way, Happy New Year. It is the 1st of January here in Sydney. The New Year's Eve vlog, which I did film, that will be the next video probably, or the video after that, so definitely stay tuned for that because that was stunning. Like, it was amazing. But otherwise today the plan is just basically to go to the Australian Museum, which is this here. Excuse my coffee cup, I'm gonna throw it in the bin. Maybe the art gallery as well, and then the opera at 5 because I'm not really sure what's open. I thought it was gonna rain today. It turns out it's not raining. Otherwise I was gonna go to Bondi Beach, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So definitely, again, stay tuned for that. I'm like so stupid. I thought that was a dinosaur. I was like, oh, it's a person riding a dinosaur. It's a horse. It's a horse. Just in case there's any discrepancy. This is a beautiful quote that I want to share with you guys. With our splendid harbour, our beautifully situated city, our vast territories, all of our varied and inexhaustible natural wealth, if we don't convert our colony into a great and prosperous nation, it will be a miracle of error for which we shall have to answer as for a gigantic sin. Well, they did it. One thing I'm going to say about Australia, you don't need to read that. There is a huge appreciation, but not only appreciation, acknowledgement that Australia was built on the land of the indigenous people at the expense of their resources and sovereignty. And they recognise that, and they try to rectify that, and that is mad respect, mad respect. To speak about colonisation in the past tense denies the reality of the Pacifica present, so that's the Pacific region where there was slave trade. Do you know what I just find? I appreciate how they appreciate this. I find it ironic that the Australian government still supports genocidal, colonising, apartheid regimes. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to name names, but, you know, inexcusable, to be honest. It's hypocritical. Like, what the hell are they, you know, recognising colonisation here only then to support it in other parts of the world? Again, you're repeating history. It's poor. Adapt or die. Medical school. You can count the number of people killed by snakes, crocs and sharks on one hand.
Look, Julie, look at these spiders.
Oh my god, no thank you. Oh no. This makes me really uneasy. There's like a giant one that, oh god. Oh. Look at this croc. Massive. It's my hand. So they can obviously get up to like 6 meters, so it's insane. I ask myself this question every day. Never find an answer. Okay, so I've come to the National Gallery. There's a festival or something in the park. It's called Field Day. I didn't know about this festival. Festivals are not necessarily really my thing, but there's police everywhere. So that's interesting anyway, but I've actually come to go to the gallery. I might try and go to that viewpoint. There's a viewpoint here. You guys will see it in my New Year's Eve vlog, because it was actually closed and you were unable to go and see it. So actually it stopped raining, so I'm gonna go and do that now first, try and see if you can get a good viewpoint of the harbour. Then we'll go to the gallery and then the botanical gardens. So I actually find myself walking through the botanical gardens to get to that viewpoint. The viewpoint is called Mrs. McGuire's Point, and the reason I mention it is because during the New Year's Eve day yesterday, it was closed. It was one of the first viewpoints to close, so, and I can see both the Opera House and the bridge, so it does look like it's a very, very good spot and a very good view, just if you come to Sydney any time of year, really. This is very interesting. They've actually got seats, so I wonder if yesterday people could sit. I don't know if you needed to have tickets for that, but the view, that, wow. I mean, the view's stunning. I don't know why they've got these bloody things here, whether that was for New Year's or it's just here permanently. It was, I mean, it's a bit of a farce, really, isn't it? If I was here like the Las Vegas Grand Prix, would just break it down, you know? That's not fair. So this is Mrs. McGuire's Point. I feel like to some extent this is probably the best view if you were to come here and camp out for the fireworks, because the fireworks actually are here at the house, there and behind the bridge as well, so it's all along the harbour. But to kind of get a holistic view, I think this is a really good spot, which is probably why yesterday it was the first area to be full. So it's beautiful, really, really stunning. Quite high tide today. I don't want to get wet. Ooh.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.
It's quite beautiful in here.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes.
Okay, so now we're going to the opera show, running a little bit behind schedule. So gonna run. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to actually record the performance, but I do want to get some more videos and photos like in the actual opera house, so I'll definitely show you guys that. So again, this is the opera bar where we spent New Year's Eve, so stay tuned for that video. That was, look at that, it's awesome. It's very modern. We are in the Joan Sunderland Theatre. Great opera hits, that's what we're going to see. Or hear. No photography. I've actually got really good seats. Was amazing. So welcome to a brand new day and my last day here in Aussie land. Unfortunately, I will definitely be back here, but nevertheless the last thing that we have to do on my list is Bondi Beach. Wow, take that Brighton. It's beautiful. No more than half an hour away from the city centre of Sydney. Okay, interesting. I did think there would be a entrance fee to the Bondi Icebergs pool. $10, minor really. No free entry for toilets, photography. Yeah, okay, so you have to pay to kind of use the swimming pools. Kind of expected, I suppose. Okay, and with that brings us to the end of the video and the end of my time here in Australia. Oh, it's so stunning. I don't even need to tell you guys. For you guys, there is one more video, and that is the New Year's Eve vlog. However, just reflecting, and although today's the 2nd of January, I'm reflecting on a year of travels. Over the past year, in 2023, I have been to 11 countries, more than I've ever been to in my life. I'm still studying full-time. That's, yeah, I don't know about that, but I'm incredibly grateful to the year that I've had. I'm incredibly grateful for the travels that I've had. It's a complete passion of mine. I started this YouTube on my first trip of the year, and this is my last trip of the year. As always, like, subscribe, see you next time, and it's a beautiful day to travel. See you later.